Dealing with disrespect can be one of the most challenging experiences in life, triggering emotions like anger, hurt, and frustration. This emotion often leads to regrettable reactions. However, Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers a valuable teachings on handling disrespect with grace and poise. By integrating this Stoic principle into your life, you can navigate disrespect more effectively. I've been following Stoicism for past 6 years, and with this, I would like you to change your life as well, like I did with mine. Here are 9 reasons and ways to deal with disrespect in any situation. Lesson number 1. Keep your calm. Keep your calm is a guiding principle rooted in Stoicism, an ancient philosophy emphasizing the importance of maintaining composure in the face of adversity. This concept encourages individuals not to let external events such as disrespectful behavior disrupt in the face of adversity, and their inner peace and emotional equilibrium get in your way. The essence of keep your calm lies in the rising above negativity, including that the actions of others often reflect their own issues, responding to conflicts with compassion rather than confrontation. In a sense, keep your calm is about choosing how to respond to disrespectful behavior with resilience, dignity, and understanding, fostering an environment of positivity, constructive communication. It's not about suppressing emotion, but about consciously deciding how to navigate challenges with the grace and composure. Lesson number 2. Reflect on yourself. Reflect on yourself. This principle advises taking a moment to introspect and analyze your reactions and behavior when faced with disrespect or conflict. It involves asking yourself the following questions. What are my motivations in this situation? How have my actions contributed to the current affairs? Do my responses align with the core values and principles? The goal is to gain a deeper understanding of your own role in the situation, identifying areas for personal growth, and ensure your actions align with your values. By reflecting on yourself, you take responsibility for your part in the conflict and open the door to positive changes in your behavior. The introspective behavior is a key aspect of navigating challenges with composure and wisdom. Instead of reacting emotionally to disrespect, take a step back, pause, and resist the impulse to react immediately. This aligns with Stoic philosophy, which advocates for controlling emotions, making own decisions thoughtfully. By managing your emotions consciously, you can avoid impulsive reaction that may escalate the situation. Number 3. Choose forgiveness. Choosing forgiveness is a principle that encourages individuals to release negative emotions such as anger, resentment, and bitterness in response to disrespectful actions. It doesn't necessarily mean accepting or forgetting the harm caused, but involves freeing oneself from the emotional burden to promote inner peace. Here is a brief explanation for you. When faced with disrespect, the principle of choosing forgiveness suggests opting for a mindset that releases negative emotions rather than holding onto grudges. Forgiveness in this context is not about condoning or forgetting the disrespectful action, but freeing oneself from the emotional weight associated with the experience. Lesson number 4. Practice empathy. Practicing empathy involves cultivating an awareness of the emotions and perspectives of others, especially in the moment of disrespect, rather than reacting impulsively with negative emotions. The focus must shift to understanding the underlying reasons for someone's this behavior. It is an active effort to put oneself in the shoes of the person who may have acted disrespectfully, considering their struggles, pressures, or difficulties. This principle recognizes that everyone has their own challenges and may not always express themselves in the most constructive way. By taking a moment to empathize, individuals can create a more compassionate and open-minded space for communication. This doesn't mean condoning disrespectful behavior, but rather seeking to comprehend the root cause behind it. Consider a scenario where a friend displays disrespectful behavior instead of immediately responding with hurt or anger. Practicing empathy involves pausing and trying to understand what might be the reason of their life, what might have caused them to act this way. Perhaps they have gone through a tough time, facing personal challenges or dealing with stress. By approaching the situation with empathy, you can engage in more thoughtful and understanding conversation. This is not only revolves around conflict, but also it helps to strengthen relationships by fostering an atmosphere of mutual respect and consideration. Lesson number 5. Respond with reason, not emotion. Responding the reason, not emotion, is about approaching the situation of disrespect with calm and thoughtful mindset rather than letting impulsive emotions guide one's reaction. It involves taking a step back, pausing, and considering the rational and constructive way to address the situation. In the face of the disrespect, emotions like anger, frustration, or hurt might naturally arise. However, responding with the reason means not letting this emotion dictate one's action. Instead, it encourages individuals to focus on qualities such as wisdom and courage. Wisdom enables the exploration of creative solutions to the problem, while it helps in effectively communicating without being overwhelmed by fear or anxiety. By responding with a reason, individuals can contribute to more productive and satisfying outcomes in challenging situations. For example, if a team member fails to complete a task, a response based on the emotions might involve expressing anger. However, responding with a reason could involve seeking to understand the challenge the team member has faced and collaboratively finding solutions to avoid similar issues in the future. This approach promotes more positive and constructive resolution. Lesson number 6. Use humor or simply smile. Using humor or simply smiling is a technique that involves introducing lightness and positivity into a situation even in the face of disrespect. This approach aims to manage stress, ease tension, and create more positive environment. Smiling in particular can trigger the release of endorphins, which are hormones that helps to reduce stress and boost optimism. In the context of dealing with disrespect, incorporating humor or smile is not about taking or making light of serious issue, rather than introducing a moment of levity to diffuse tension. It is essential to use humor or smile in a respectful and sensitive manner, ensuring it doesn't offend or trivialize the emotion of others. For instance, during a family gathering where conflicts might arise, using humor could light up the mood, making light-hearted comments to redirect the conversation. This might include saying something like, "Let's keep the holiday spirit alive. Anyone up for a round of a festival trivia? Or we have had enough of that over the year. How about we focus on sharing some positive stories today?" This kind of approach can help you to break the tension, foster a more positive atmosphere, and steer the interaction towards a constructive direction. Lesson number 7. Embrace acceptance. Embracing acceptance in the context of dealing with disrespect is one of the most important things. It involves cultivating a mindset that acknowledges the reality of the situation and other people without judgment or resistance. It means recognizing that while we cannot control the actions or reactions of others, we have control over our own response and attitudes. This mindset encourages letting go of unrealistic expectation and comparison and focuses on one's journey and progress. In practical terms, embracing acceptance when faced with disrespect implies acknowledging that we cannot change the behavior of others, but we can control how we respond to it. Instead of dwelling on the negative emotions like anger or resentment, accepting the situation allows to cultivate inner peace and happiness that is independent of external factors. Consider a scenario where you find yourself stuck in heavy traffic. Embracing acceptance in this situation would involve considering that you cannot change the traffic conditions and getting angry won't alter the circumstances. Instead of frustration, you might choose to use this time in traffic as an opportunity to relax, listen to your favorite music, or clear your mind. By accepting that the reality cannot be changed according to your thoughts, you can foster a calmer mindset and navigate through the circumstances with greater ease. Lesson number 8. Set clear boundaries. Setting clear boundaries is an essential aspect of self-care and self-respect. It involves being conscious of what you will and will not tolerate in your life, effectively communicating those limits to others, much like mountain maintains like a resilience amidst surrounding with the windows. Setting clear boundaries enables you to stand firm in the self-determination and self-worth even when faced with disrespectful behavior. Practically, this means establishing a clear understanding of your personal needs, values, and limits. Communicating these boundaries to others helps create a foundation for healthy relationships and ensure that you are not compromising your own intentions. Setting boundaries is not about inflexible or closed off. Instead, it is a way of respecting your own needs and desires. For example, imagine you are a sport enthusiast who regularly participate in the weekend sports activities with your friends. If a colleague suggests joining a work meeting over the weekend, you can set clear boundaries by having a respectful conversation. Explain that you already have plans for the weekend, cannot attend the work meeting. Propose alternative situations for the meeting that do not conflict the plans and emphasizes the importance of maintaining a balance between work and leisure. This way, you can protect your personal time, demonstrate your self-respect, establish a healthy working environment with your colleague. Setting clear boundaries is a powerful tool for maintaining a sense of control over your life and fostering positive relationships with others. Lesson number 9. This is the most important one. Change your perspective. Changing your perspective involves viewing situations from a higher or broader standpoint. It is about stepping away from the present moment and recognizing the bigger picture, understanding that everything and everyone ultimately changes and passes. This change in perspective helps you navigate through difficult situations with clarity and composure, steering clear of feelings of revenge, for anger, and responding with wisdom and inner peace. Practically, this means acknowledging that challenges and difficulties are temporary and focusing on the broader context of your life. By understanding that material position, power, and fleeting pleasures are not worth attaching to, it is much important too that you avoid getting caught up in sudden frustration. This mindset shift allows you to respond to disrespect with serenity and inner tranquility. For example, imagine you're facing a lot of pressure at work, feeling stressed, agitated due to daily activities. By changing your perspective, you can take a step back, pause, and look at the situation from a higher vantage point. Instead of solely focusing on certain difficulties, you consider the bigger picture of your life. You realize that your current job is just a part of your life, and everything will ultimately change and pass. This shift in perspective helps you handle the pressure with more wisdom, responding with serenity and inner tranquility rather than getting caught in negative emotions. Changing your perspective is a powerful tool for personal growth and resilience. It allows you to focus on developing inner qualities like inner peace, humility, and wisdom, which are more valuable, enduring than external circumstances. By embracing this mindset, you can navigate through life's challenges with clear understanding and a great sense of humor. I hope this video was helpful to you. See you in the next one. Keep grinding, Stoic people.